With the release of the gameplay trailer for Chapter 5, and Chapter 5 itself being only 48 hours away from release from the time I'm recording this video, a lot of fans started theorizing about the fate of their favorite characters, as well as the overall story of the game. Today, I wanted to break down these theories as well as give my own thoughts on what I think will happen in this chapter. Let's start off with the first theory I find very interesting, and that is Huggy becoming our ally. Firstly, let's state what we know about Huggy. He's a very quiet and non-talkative orphan turned into a bigger body. We also know that Huggy is very obedient, which made him the ideal experiment. This is also why he was chosen as Playtime Coast security guard. However, now that all the employees are no more, Huggy has a new master he takes orders from, the Prototype. He was the one who commanded Huggy to keep the surface clear of any intruders. The Prototype is most likely also the one who bandaged Huggy up after we threw him off the edge at the end of Chapter 1. Instead of the Prototype killing Huggy, like he did Catnap, he decided to keep him alive instead. Why? Well, he knows that Huggy is loyal and obedient to him, and therefore he keeps him as his weapon. This is why I don't think we will see Huggy join our side. He is too loyal to his current master to betray him. Unlike the way he betrayed the Playtime employees, he doesn't have a reason to betray the Prototype. Maybe at the end of the chapter something might happen that makes Huggy come to our side, but we'll have to wait and see. Next, we have the Prototype and Poppy being father and daughter. Now, this one I think I can confidently say will not be true. If the Prototype was Poppy's father, Poppy herself wouldn't be so afraid of him, to the point where she risks her life just to get away, as can be seen in one of the teasers in which Poppy navigates her way through the narrow vents, eventually almost falling to her death, landing in front of Lily. I think the reason the Prototype wants Poppy so badly is the fact that Poppy is the first succeeding experiment Playtime has ever had. Maybe he is jealous that Poppy was a success while he was a failure, left looking like a disaster. He might want revenge on Poppy in some way because of it. Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments, because I'm curious as to what you guys think. This next one isn't much of a theory, but rather a debate on whether or not Lily is classified as a bigger body. In my opinion, she is, and here's why. A bigger body is a larger version of the original toy. All the current bigger bodies like Huggy, Mummy, Catnap and many others are all way bigger than the original version of the toy that they are based off of, making them a bigger body. For example, the creators aren't considered a bigger body since they are an exact one-to-one replica of the original toy. As for Lily, she might not be as big as the others, however she is still a lot bigger than the original doll would be, technically classifying her as a bigger body. Now for the final theory of the video, what do I think the story will be in this chapter? From what we can see in the trailer, we are guaranteed to at least fight the Prototype. However, I don't think we will actually defeat him. As crazy as this sounds, this might not be the last chapter of Poppy Playtime. I feel like Mob has hyped up the Prototype way too much for him to only have one chance to shine. With all the new characters, areas and scenes we see in the trailer, it almost seems too much stuff is happening in this chapter, and on top of that we would have to defeat the Prototype, which would also take time and preparation. Unless this chapter is over 10 hours long, I don't see a way we defeat him in this installment. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow with the final theory before the release of Chapter 5.